me, these vlogs are about walking towards vulnerability and shame. They're about being in the head of a really, really anxious dude who happens to be a psychotherapist. And I don't know how many of you watching this have had therapy, but imagine your therapist walking around with you 24 hours a day. It's like a nightmare. Like, seriously, sometimes I want to tell myself to just like go away. I tend to have lots of conversations with myself. They do say that that's a sign of geniusness, but sometimes I can see they want to lock me up. So yeah, it's about me going through some really anxious experiences and being able to share them from a variety of different perspectives. My labels are, I have general anxiety disorder, I have social anxiety disorder, I have obsessive compulsive disorder, and I have, I'm sure, loads of more things that we haven't quite categorized and put into a box yet. But you know, labels and me are not a huge fan, and I will talk about those in my later vlogs, as you will hear. I am on medication, have been for probably about 4 years now, I think. It works really well, fantastic, brilliant. I don't think I'll ever come off. Why should I? It helps. It doesn't actually do me any harm, and apparently it causes weight loss, which I'm still waiting for, but I have lots and lots of hope. I've suffered from anxiety from what I can remember. So I'm going to say I kind of remember feeling very, very different to everybody around me from around about the age of 6 or 7. And it just got considerably worse from then. What I did to manage my anxiety was to use food. And so then I was overweight from about the age of 7 or 8 and obese, I think, from about the age of 9 or 10. And that carried on most of my life. Yo-yo dieting, have lost quite a lot of weight and then put quite a bit of weight back on, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Yes, I'm a psychotherapist. So I've been told over the last 8 years. I am very, very different to the conventional psychotherapist that people meet. I think because I'm real. I will not share anything or talk about anything with my clients unless I've been there and done it. I also know that life is real, and life is really, really crappy sometimes, and it's really, really great at other times, and we've got to be able to embrace that and be real. I don't do homework. I don't do like, I'd like you to go away and I'd like you to go. You know, I'm real. I like people to just go away, allow themselves to digest and absorb, and do this in a fun way, but also a very real way. I use holistic methods, I think, because we are all so unique. Yes, 7.4 billion of us in the world, and we're all absolutely unique. To me, we are all so unique and so different that you can't use one technique on more than one person. And so I don't. I tailor. I feel people. I meet people and I feel them. I'm a highly sensitive. I'm an introvert. So I feel people. And I will give you what I feel you need. And I have a piece of paper for you to be able to go, oh, okay, she knows what she's talking about. My piece of paper happens to be a psychotherapy piece of paper. My technique is holistic. It includes mind, body and soul. They all need to be okay. I have a very spiritual stance with the work that I do, and I think that works well. My clients seem to do very, very well with that. Some of the techniques that I use are mindfulness, transaction analysis, ego states, inner child, CBT, psychoanalysis, Carl Jung, one of my favorite people that I've ever read about, and anything else that I find helpful. I was born in London, the East End of London. So as you can probably tell, I have an East End London accent, which I hope that most of you around the world do understand. I will try to speak properly, but I don't do very well at that. My parents are from India. Dad from Bombay, mother from Gujarat. And now I live in Turkey, a very, very beautiful part of Turkey. Should you come for holiday here, actually where I live it's bloody great and nothing has happened at all. I left London because my anxiety really, really didn't like London. It didn't like the amount of people crammed into such a small space. It didn't like the fact that there is hardly any nature there. And parks, I don't do parks. I find them very artificial. And so I came to Turkey and found a beautiful mountain that I live on, and I have a beautiful sea view and I feel fantastic. But even with feeling fantastic and even being somewhere so beautiful, my anxiety is still there. Another reason for my vlogs. This is not about making your anxiety go away. Your anxiety doesn't sit with what's outside of you, it actually sits with what's inside of you. And so we could go to the Maldives and we could live there, but we are still going to suffer from anxiety. I live in a beautiful place for me. I live exactly where I would love to be living. And my anxiety, most certainly, the exaggeration of my anxiety has gone down, but my anxiety is still there. And I can have some really, really, really bad days when the sun is shining, when the mountains and the greenery is lush, the animals are doing their animal type things, you know, I still have anxiety. I know my techniques work because I'm here. I am living in my dream. I have a dream job. I love what I do. I'm so, so happy with my relationships. I feel good, and I want to share this I feel good stuff with everybody else, not just with the people that can afford to have therapy, not just with the people that know me and phone me up because they're not feeling great. I want to be able to share it with everybody, and that's what my vlogs are going to be about. I hope that they can entertain you. I hope that they can inform you. I hope that you can go away with some light bulb moments, with some instances where you go, oh,